Welcome to Pork and Reviews. I'm your host, Pork, and once again I have my special guest, Lady Tano. We are going to be discussing and reviewing and reacting to the Bad Batch Season 1, Episode 2. Um, we actually did not know we were getting this episode this week. I did not keep up with the release schedule, so this was actually a bit of a surprise.
Bonus Star Wars for us.
I mean, we'll take bonus Star Wars anytime. So I know last time on episode 1, the episode ended with the Bad Batch and Omega minus Crosshair escaping Camino and then going to planet J19 is what they said.
J19.
We had a couple of ideas of possibly
be.
who they might be going to, and sorry, our Beau dog is being needy. It's okay, boy. We had a couple ideas. I know we threw around Rex. Threw around.
Well, we talked about Rex coming in at some point, but I don't think that.
Yeah, I still don't think the Rex thing is going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. Period.
Because at this point they don't. Well, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it'd be a little too much fan service. Like I
don't think at this point. I'm just saying at some point in this particular series, I think at some point he's going to appear.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know if I want Rex to appear. I stand by it. I mean, it'll be cool because I'm a fan. But I'm just not excited about seeing that. Like I'm actually more excited about the idea if we'll get to see Rex like in a season 3 Mandalorian instead. Ooh. Like that sounds better than seeing seeing them in this series here. Because I mean, last we know about Rex is him and Ahsoka have to go into hiding following their escape from Order 66. So yeah, I don't think so. Your thoughts? What do you think? Who are they gonna go see?
I don't know. I'm really not sure who they're gonna see. I was trying to think back to some of the possibilities, just from Clone Wars, but I'm really not sure.
Yeah, I know. Like I mentioned, Cut LaQuaine, right? It's possible. I still think it's possible. But I was thinking about it, and I'm gonna be ridiculous here, but I was thinking about it, and it's like, oh man, like that guy has a family and stuff, and if they go to see him, like they're just gonna get this guy caught up
again.
Again in this nonsense, and this guy's just kind of like sworn that life off, to go like hide and live in peace with his family. So I was like, and then I feel like that's the guy that always ends up getting killed, in movies and TV shows. So I kind of hope they don't see him. Leave that guy alone. We had enough of his story in the Clone Wars.
So I guess if you, as a clone, if you want to know how to, hide and keep yourself from getting caught or whatnot, I guess he'd be the best guy.
Yeah.
But I agree. I think
and it's possible that they're gonna see him. I know, if I'm not mistaken, Echo was in that episode, so Echo knows of him. We'll see.
Does he?
I think so. Yeah. We should have went back to watch that. I don't know why we didn't.
I didn't think he knew, actually. Now that I think about it.
Because I know he was in that battle, where they crash on that planet, the Seleucami. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
No one else found out.
Oh, Yeah, was he with them when they dropped him off? I can't remember. Maybe. Um. So, I mean, do you think we're gonna get a little more backstory on like Omega?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. I mean, for sure, we have to. Right.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm actually like I'm very curious about it. That's I like the way I got a bow hair just floating in my face. I actually like her as a character. She's not like Ahsoka annoying in like the Clone
At
Wars
first.
movie, So or like even like Ezra annoying, you know.
A little less so.
Yeah, so I actually do like the way that maybe Disney, like when they developed their character, they really thought about that. Like, oh,
Though
what
looking
doesn't
back,
work?
though, like especially, well, I don't want to go too off topic, but looking back, there was a purpose, especially when it comes to Ezra. I think also with Ahsoka, but there was a purpose. There was a reason why he was annoying. Like why he was kind of like a brat. I mean, he was a kid. By himself, but anyway, that's another that's another topic.
I'm still calling it. I'm gonna call it. I'm predicting she's force sensitive. I'm gonna stand by it. Hopefully, I don't know if it's hopefully if I'm wrong or if I want to be wrong. I'm not sure, but I have this feeling like they gotta Star Wars it up.
I guess I feel like she doesn't have to be, or like I'm not sure if she is force sensitive. I still feel that it's more just that she's a soldier, or she will be. She was bred to be a soldier,
born to be, right?
Born to be a soldier. It's just that she's a girl. And
you think you think that's her only mutation though, is that she's female?
I think so.
I don't know. I stand by she's gonna have a superpower. Something.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I mean, we'll see where it goes, but for me, she doesn't have to. And I know we were talking about it, like, are we gonna see force wielders? And I was saying that I think we are, but I don't know if it's necessarily going to be her.
Yeah.
It just, for me, she doesn't have to be. I think she's cool as is. But we'll see.
Okay. Well, we ready to do this?
Yes.
All right. Cut and run. I know. It's like I didn't realize that it's the animated one is different than the live action one. Yeah, pay attention to it next time.
I hadn't noticed.
Yeah, it's different.
Well, this is a first. Inspecting every corner of the ship finally tied her out. She's curious. I'll give her that.
Like the kids are sleeping.
She's a child.
Record.
What are we doing? We are coming up on Seleucamine.
Oh no, they're gonna become like a little family, like Rebel style, It's not good for my emotions.
I know.
Hunter's the mom. Hunter's the new Hera. You think her outfit's gonna be like a popular Halloween costume?
Maybe. That'd be cool.
What's with her?
She's never been outside before. That's that Disney
That
magic.
would be dead.
Disney dust.
It's that Disney magic. That's how they get you.
Come on, let's get moving.
Man, that's the same little monsters from that episode. It's totally gonna be Cutler Quain. They ate that dude. They ate a slice of that guy. They roasted him.
I'm starting to believe it more.
Oh man, they're gonna get him killed.
So this friend of yours, what's he doing all the way out here? Hiding. That's what deserters do. Staying off the
You
radar is
were
not
right.
responsibility.
You were
He's been
absolutely
doing it for
right.
years. And you trust a deserter?
That's kind of
Why
cool,
not?
though.
We're all deserters now.
Well, it's kind of funny. I guess my theory's wrong that Echo knows him.
Right,
Completely
right,
wrong.
right. So now I'm wondering how they know.
Yeah, I'm very curious about that.
What are we looking at?
A booby trap.
What do we have here?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
More clones who've
You're
lost
right.
their way.
It's been a
Spot
while,
on with that.
fellas.
Man, he got them little chops and little sideburns.
Rex told us about the clone troopers turning against the Jedi. You talked to Rex?
Well, they mentioned Rex, damn.
Ali passed through yesterday.
Oh.
Ask.
Well, no, I'm
He was
disappointed that we
on
missed him by a
the
day.
implant.
He must mean the inhibitor chip.
Ah, Dad! There's a ship outside!
Ah, they're like older.
Yeah, they are.
Come with us.
Mom's permission.
I'm telling you, that's what it is. Hera.
What's the purpose of this?
To have fun? Here, you try.
Huh?
See, they hooked the adults
You're
in that
supposed
first
to
episode.
catch it.
All that action and stuff, all that serious stuff. Now they gotta hook the kids.
Alright, out with it. What's
Come on,
with the
be
girl?
busy.
She's a defective clone. Like we are. I have to do what's best for them.
He's like kind of chunky.
I mean, I bet you that dude's like farmer strong though. You know, like I bet you he's stronger than those guys. Maybe not Wrecker.
Right.
I booked passage on this transport,
No planetary travel without a chain code.
but I have to get on this ship.
Stand down, citizen. Get in line. Get your chain code. And don't make any trouble.
It's not just ships. They're registering people too.
Man, the clones is the bad guys right now. Nah, I don't like that. It's like
Nice one.
it's making me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Watch, gonna be some monster or something. There's always a monster. Oh nah, I don't like that thing. Right, isn't that the same monster that like slashed Padme in her back in Attack of the
Yes,
Clones?
Public transport.
That
is
like
not
cat
restricted.
lizard looking
Oh,
thing
that
with the rat
one.
tail.
Sign up for
That thing has that
They'll
gross
be
rat
arrested
tail.
when they discover he's a deserter.
The next shuttle leaves in a few hours.
Watch, you're gonna see it.
Codes or no codes, we need to be on it.
What were you doing out there? Do you realize you could have been killed?
Mama Hunter.
She's
Mama
not
Hunter.
a soldier. Are you hurt? Ah, let's take a look here.
I'm sorry. I was trying to get the ball. I didn't know.
Oh.
You're safe. That's all that matters.
That Disney magic.
Come on.
It's good. That's how they do it.
Alright, kid.
That's how they do it.
You all
It's
right?
like the first like 10 minutes of Up.
She'll be fine.
Stop.
Man, that real world, huh? that thing off. Now it's gonna bother me if she puts it back on because it look like the Empress from Neverending Story. It's gonna be distracting.
Need another set of eyes out here.
Almost forgot how good of a shot you are.
Now I want to know their backstory. Like, how do you know? How do they all know each other?
I'm sure we're gonna find out.
It's what they do. Protecting them is what we do.
It better not be another show or
Where's
something.
Omega?
Because if they're making another show in this time period, I still want Dark Disciple.
I've been thinking about what you said,
They're gonna have to address it.
and you're right. She's not a soldier. Just give us some time.
I don't know. The way she
When
handles
you
that
leave
blaster,
Snake
though.
Right.
I want to make it a go with you. You two can give us something that we can't.
Oh, the dump off.
Is that what you were doing?
The dump off.
It's
Always,
a
right?
shame.
Like
I know,
Kanan with
Kanan-
Ezra.
Kanan
and,
with- yeah.
Master Luminara.
Yeah.
Clones wanted names instead of numbers. Yet now people are signing up to be given.
Mando with
Oh, that's right.
what's the name of that village? Yeah.
Identify anyone in the galaxy.
Yeah.
Glad you're impressed. But where are we gonna find the data for these
Formula.
chain codes and the disk?
Tech!
This was the simplest solution.
Getting our ship impounded is not my idea of a solution.
We'll meet you at the space.
Wait, was Omega on that ship?
I have this under control.
There's one big problem. Omega's on the ship.
I think it's a good plan, Tick.
So much for simple.
With her accent, I always hear tick. I thought it's a good idea, tick.
Clamp it down and add it to the list. We'll run its signature later.
I like that, like, Echo still has part of his, like, ARC Trooper getup. You know? The little, like, skirt.
Right. The skirt.
It's the best way I can describe it.
I don't see any disc. Found it.
They don't need a droid, they have Echo.
Right.
It's like, wait a minute, this is all the stuff the R2 units do. That's it, so Hunter's new Hera, Omega's new Ezra, Echo's the new Chopper.
I don't know if he's gonna be as hilarious as Chopper.
Chopper's the best.
Tech, we're in the spaceport. What is your
Guy's a
status? In progress. The encryption shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, Wrecker is Zeb.
Oh yeah.
Mom, I don't like this.
Sabine was
Everything
good
will
with
be
like
okay.
tech stuff.
Yeah, but Sabine was like a Swiss Army knife.
Hurry
so-
up.
Yeah.
We need those chain codes to get them on the shuttle, or we're going to have to blast our way out of here.
Oh no, what's she doing?
Pulling an Ezra.
This great plan of yours is looking really lousy about now.
But he had force powers from the beginning, and he was like a master thief.
The chain codes are en route. With Omega.
By herself?
I guess we'll
You let her
find
go
out
by
if she's
herself?
force sensitive.
Well, we didn't let her go.
I'm on.
Oh yeah, if she's force sensitive, we find it out this episode
Something happens to her.
or like
Like
the
I said,
following episode.
kids
And if
always
it doesn't happen then,
find
it might be at
trouble.
the end of the season.
What is taking so long with the...
Tick accidentally made 5 discs instead of 4.
You didn't tell her?
Tell me what?
Keep moving.
The dump off. Oh.
The extra chain code's for you. So you can leave with Cut and Sue.
Why? Did I do something wrong?
You need a family, kid. They're good people. They'll give you the life you deserve.
But I want to stay with you.
We're holding up the line.
You have to go, Omega. It's for your own good.
She's not back.
Wrecker, she's not.
Ah. How? No way, Cut let her go. Oh.
They weren't gonna introduce her and then just
Oh, 100%. I think she just
let it
escaped.
go like that. Uh-oh.
Is there a problem?
You look like. Any reinforcements at the impound dock?
Man, almost.
Carry on.
Bro, you need to like put on more facial hair,
I
man.
know, right?
Them sideburns ain't cutting it.
Wear some glasses or something.
He's working out.
His weights.
I know I made a mistake. And I have a lot to learn. But you don't have to get rid of me. I left Camino with you. This is where I want to be.
Tell you the truth, kid. I guess I've got a lot to learn too. If this is where you want to be, then this is where you'll stay.
It's that Disney magic.
Cool. I mean, it's a good follow-up episode.
Yeah, it's a really good follow-up episode actually. We get to spend a little bit more time like with Omega without all the distractions, and you know what, like I'm calling it, like I like her as a character. Like I think she's really cool. She doesn't have that little kid curse, At least right now she doesn't.
Where
Like,
she's annoying.
yeah, and like. Yeah, I'm still a little. I thought you were gonna reveal some sort of like superpower, but
Like I said,
I don't know.
maybe. I just
But-
feel like I don't need it for her. Like I don't. It's not like if I'm hoping for her to be force sensitive. I just.
yeah.
I almost feel like I don't know. I just feel like you don't have to be force sensitive in order to be a cool character in Star Wars. So I just like the fact that she's a soldier, essentially. Maybe not now, but
I don't-
like
yeah.
what I mean is like
You think
She's
she's
a
gonna
clone.
have that edge?
she definitely we've already seen it. We've already seen it a couple times.
No, she got scared of that monster.
Yeah, but she's also a kid.
Oh, I knew there was gonna be a monster. 'Cause it was everything was being too nice,
Yeah. It was a pretty like chill episode, but no, it was good.
You think we're seeing more of Cutler Quain anytime soon, or you think this is just kind of his cameo and
Well, they didn't really explain how they knew each other.
They sure didn't. Like,
So
we
I'm
never-
still
we never
curious
got
about
backstory
that.
at
I
all.
hope we find out, because then that's just going to be a really big, just like hole and question.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I hope they address it.
because the timeline too just wouldn't make sense, because if they cross paths with LaQuaine, it would have been after. It would have had to be after the wreck situation, right?
Why? He
He
had already been
but Hunter,
in hiding for years.
but Hunter and all them guys, like you think they were born? Like I wonder when they were developed, or when they were like birthed, if you will, or manufactured. What are we using here? But I wonder when they were, at what point they were like born. You know what I mean? clearly, like, their unit name is after Clone 99, so after he dies, you know, I'm assuming. I'm just trying to think, like, when they could have even crossed paths with them, you know? Yeah. You think we're going to get that story? Because, you know, so...
Like I said, I hope so. I really do, because, I don't know, I can't, get over those details. Like, I want to know. I feel like they're going to address it, though. I feel like they are. They mentioned Rex, so
it's just like... I don't. It's just how, you know.
we're gonna find out.
I wonder how we find out. I guess because, you know, where they're leaving. I don't see them coming back for this season. I don't know. Maybe down the road at some point. You know, but this season I just don't see them coming back. I kind of, you know, I feel like it's almost a one-off, but then it's like, yeah, it does leave this, like, story, you know? Unless, like, they go back in, like, season 2 or something, you know,
They could.
who knows, you
They
know?
could.
But I did like the callback to it, especially for, you know, I like that episode in the Clone Wars with, like, Cut and you know, Captain Rex, because, you know, in that episode, they really kind of, showed Rex a different side of like the war, or, you know, the idea of it. You know, because, you know, the whole thing with, like, Cut was a deserter, and, you know, he initially called him, like, a coward.
Right.
You know, and at the end, I remember he's like, you know, you may be a deserter, but you're no coward. You know, you know, and he talked about, I know Cut talked about, like, his sense of duty to, like, his family. You know,
Right.
You know, he doesn't have he does have a sense of duty to his family. So I do like him as a character, you know. I like, you know, and I like the very, like, family oriented themes of this episode, you know. Like I said, it really...
You really like
Oh,
that.
it had that, like I said, it had that Disney magic, you know? Like, you know, that's where, like, Disney always shines, you know. They know how to kind of put that heart into stuff, and they really know how to sell it, you know. Yeah, I eat that stuff up. Truth, I do. You know? Cheesy like that, I guess. So I did like that, you know. I'm really sold on this concept right now. You know, this constant, like, just looming, like, threat of the Empire, you know. It's jarring hearing, like, the clones, you know. It's like, I understand that we got through Order 66 with them, but even then it's like, it wasn't D. Bradley Baker, you know what I mean? Like up until season 7 of Clone Wars, on the last episode, you know, we had only gotten Order 66 in the movie, you know, and so it's like here, it's like, you know, we've come to, like, really like and love, like, a lot of the clones. And it's like hearing, like, D. Bradley Baker's, like, clone voice, like, being so, you know,
Empire.
yeah, empire-y, you know. It's jarring, and, you know, I hope that, like, it's one of those things I kind of hope was, like, an intentional creative decision versus, like, a happy accident, you know, because for me, I feel, as, like, a hardcore Clone Wars fan, like, it actually makes me uncomfortable, you know, and it sells it to me, because it's like, oh, you know, like, because I can imagine from their character's perspective, you know, that's what they're hearing. You know, these voices that have always kind of been friendly for years are now, like, this looming threat. You know, are they gonna make us out like our own, like, brothers and stuff? You know, the idea of that is really good.
For me, I feel like, at least at the moment, what's even more interesting to me than the actual, like, main story of, like, the Bad Batch and Omega, for me the most interesting part is actually just seeing the immediate aftermath of Order 66.
Oh, from episode 1.
And the rise of the Empire. Like, literally from, like, you know, we're at who knows, like days after.
Well,
Order
like I know in like episode 1, it was like still during Revenge of the Sith.
Right.
So I mean, this.
That's why I had said like, oh, this is prior to.
I mean, this may actually just be like, I don't know. Yeah, maybe days. Maybe days. I can't imagine it's gonna take that long to like enter hyperspace and get from Camino to the Seleucumite system.
And so you see like the changes that they're implementing already. So
Yeah.
I find that
it was
super
already
interesting because again we hadn't seen that.
Well, that's what I was laughing about.
Like having the what is it that they referred it to?
The chain code.
The chain code.
Yeah.
In order to travel and like just implementing all these like extremely strict and invasive laws. So I want to see more of that. Like I want to know how it gets to the point, to where like the whole galaxy feels completely just like oppressed, or much of the galaxy.
So, I remember when I was making fun of the fact that like they shot that probe droid, and I was like, it's the probe droid, like. Did they just go and like have these on demand? Like all of a sudden it's like we got to make 1 million of these things. But then that being said, but then you know exactly what you're talking about. Where you're talking about how they're trying to implement this chain code and the travel restrictions. It may be intentional, like in terms of this idea that Palpatine already had all of this stuff. Right. Like,
I'm
it
sure.
Was so thoroughly planned out.
I know it's intentional, and I am sure he had it planned.
It was so thoroughly planned that down to the chain code, down to the probe droids. Like everything was just ready for this immediate like switch.
Yeah. I mean, this was planned from before the clones were even developed. So, yeah, absolutely, this was all planned.
Yeah, it actually just like it's insane how just crazy like Palpatine is, like how sinister he is, because I mean this is like this is like an immediate way to like consolidate power, and like who's gonna stop him?
Right.
No one's there to stop him. They had all these clones already. All these clones are dispersed across the galaxy because of the war. And it's just a matter of turning a switch, and now you have an occupying force everywhere. The hard part's already done. The invasion's already done. And the Republic particularly just let them in. And it's like, well, sorry. You're no longer in charge. Like Camino, like your contracts are with the Republic, which doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
It's so good. On that subject, I hope the banking clan is like poor and stuff right now. I hope we get a glimpse of that because those people are awful. Just awful. Awful. So I'm kind of hoping they get what they deserve, in the big scheme of these, just because I want to be vindictive.
You want to be Sithy.
Yeah. Do it. But, anything else you want to add?
Can't wait for the next episode.
Yeah, me neither. We get a week break. This is our first episode, and it was like whoa. It took me a little while to edit that first one, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh man, I got another one. I thought I had like a week and 3 days. Hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, I'm Pork, my special guest Lady Tano. If you like this video, subscribe, like it. I'm gonna have more content to come. Just it's gonna start rolling things out soon. You guys have a good night. Thank you for watching.